Hi, Gina here with Peace, Love, and Homeschool, and tag, you're it. Yes, today's video is a tag and is all about our summer bucket list. Joining me in this tag are Michelle from Homeschooling in the Pines, Jessica at Fields Full House, and Lindsay at Bytes of Memory. So the idea is to share our summer bucket list items, so let's get started. Summer has, for some reason, I don't know why, has always been the time of year where we're just low budget operation, okay? But we have been able to have some really fantastic summers even though we had a pretty low budget. Well, this summer is going to be a little bit different in that we're even being squeezed a little more. So we've gone from low budget to almost no budget. So I'm going to try to fulfill these 10 bucket list items with little to no money. So we're looking for fun things to do that don't cost much. So here we go. So number one is we're going bowling. And we're gonna bowl an awful lot because we joined Kids Bowl Free. With Kids Bowl Free, you can, and this is not sponsored, really, not sponsored, your kids can bowl free every day in the summer. You can bowl 2 games a day, all summer long. I think it started in May, and we were gonna go a lot more than we have gone. So we've got June and July to finish up and go more than what we've gone already. We've gone about 3 or 4 times. I'll leave a link down below for you in the description box so you can join too. Any kids that are 15 and below this summer can join. So it's free for the kids. You can also pay I think it's about $30 for a family pass. So anyone that's older than 15 or the adults or grandparents or whoever you can add to this list, you can add 4 people on the list that can come bowling with your kids. So you don't have to pay for any of the bowling, you just have to pay for the shoe rental and then whatever drinks or whatever that you get when you're there. So that is how we're going to keep our costs down for bowling. We paid for this before we knew that things were going to be pretty close to no budget this summer. So I'm so glad we did that because I think we paid for this back in April. And of course, if you don't want to buy the family pass, you just want to let all your kids bowl and go read a good book while they're bowling, you can do that too, and all you have to do is pay for their shoes. So that's a pretty good low budget summer fun idea. Number 2 is pool time at the state park. We're not going to go like every day or anything, but we're going to go at least once a week. I think we can squeeze a little bit out for that. My son has expressed a desire to become a stronger swimmer, and so that's what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be headed to the pool and working on all the different kinds of swimming strokes. He learned how to swim pretty much all by himself. He's never had swimming lessons, so between what his grandmother and his dad and I have taught him, he's become a pretty good swimmer. He's just not confident in that. So I think this summer we're going to be able to boost that up. Number 3 is to attend our downtown events. Our little town really goes all out, and we have a monthly event, which we have, and they block off all the downtown, and they sometimes will do a theme. I think this next one that they're going to do is a Relay for Life. They've done cars, you know, the old-fashioned cars in the past, the vintage cars, and they have all sorts of food and vendors there, and all the people downtown stay open later. The businesses downtown stay open later, so it's a lot of fun. It's like a little mini fair, you know, if you will. They also have a weekly concert on the green, so that is a lot of fun. Even though we're not into some of the music that they bring here, I don't know what it is about live music that just makes it so much fun, and we appreciate it no matter what type of music it is. I don't think there's been any that we've actually hated, so we've always often become a fan of these people who play music that we just don't really listen to. Number 4 is I'm going to teach my son to quilt. Yes, he's grown up watching his grandmother quilt. He's watched me learn how to quilt. And all his cousins have attempted to make a quilt, and his sister also, but she actually finished a quilt, and so he's determined to get in that finish a quilt category too. So we have lots of fabric here. Grandma has lots of fabric. This will really cost us nothing to do over the summer. It's going to just take a little bit of time. Number 5 is go kayaking at the state park. You ever been kayaking? That is so much fun. My original goal was to buy a kayak for the summer and go kayaking more than at the state park, because the state park is pretty mellow. It's, you know, it's a little short distance. We can kayak there and that's about it. So since, you know, our plans for buying a kayak were foiled, we're gonna at least go a couple of times this summer and rent a kayak. Number 6, we're gonna attend our fantastic 4th of July celebration. They do have an all-day event, but usually that is too much for me. I am not an outdoor in the heat kind of person, and they do have a lot of like jumpy things and all that kind of stuff for little kids. And I don't think my son would want to do that anyway. But we will go to the evening event where we'll maybe grill out there with our friends and watch the firework display. They usually have a pretty fantastic firework display in this town for being so small. And they used to sync it up with the local radio station with patriotic songs. That was awesome. I don't know why they put that the last few years. But maybe I will make my own patriotic songs to go along with it. Okay, this next thing, number 7, is a little bit pricey. Well, it's a lot of bit pricey, but it's something we've paid for through the whole year. So this is done and paid for. All my son needs is to work and earn a little bit of spending money. So what he'll be going to is a worship and rock and roll music camp called Camp Electric. It's put on by Toby Mac and several other artists, Christian artists, I guess. And this year, the headliner happens to be Andy Mineo, and that is one of my son's favorite rappers. So he's going to have a great time this summer at his rock and roll music camp. Now, if he could just get those summer jobs going right now to earn money for all the merch they're going to be having, because they do have really cool merch, then that would be great. Number 8 is something that we also already paid for in advance. I think back since February we paid for this. It is the Brick Universe Lego Fan Expo. So all we're gonna need is a little bit of gas money, and we can take our own lunches because we don't really eat out anyway, and we'll have a great time. Number 9 is also a little bit pricey, but worth it. So we're gonna be dipping into our savings for this one. Well worth it for our son. It is the Deep South Youth Conference. He went last year, and let me tell you, just the stories I got back from him about the kids and himself and the changed hearts and the repentance and the growth that happened at this youth conference was just amazing. So it is something that I don't want him to miss out on, so it's going to be the one thing we're really putting out for this summer. Number 10 is for Mom and Dad. This year we're celebrating our 29th wedding anniversary with Rod Stewart. Yes, we're going to a Rod Stewart concert because nostalgia. And to boot, the opener for Rod Stewart happens to be Cyndi Lauper. Now, I've never been a huge fan of her, but you know, nostalgia. So I'm sure we'll still enjoy that. Now, we had planned on getting an Airbnb and staying for several nights. But being that we're down to no budget, we have a room that we've already paid for. The concert's already been paid for months, and all we need to do again is gas and our own food. So I think we're set. No, I'm sorry, I just had to do this, guys. I have a bonus bucket list item, which I don't think we'll be able to do, but you know, you can always hope. We have lived in Tennessee for 10 years, and we've never been to Dollywood. So it is my goal to go to Dollywood. I hope to go towards the end of this summer, but if not, we'll go in the fall for sure. But that is my bonus bucket list item that I would love to do. And I wish I could do it on the night that, I think it's Toby Mac or Phil Wickham. Somebody is coming, but it's on the same day as the Brick Universe Lego Expo, which is already paid for, and one is on One is towards the middle of the state and one is towards the east end of the state. They're about 3 hours apart, maybe. 1, 2, 3, yeah, about 3 hours apart or so, 3.5. So I don't think that's going to be happening, but we will try to go to Dollywood. And now it's time to tag 2 people to do the summer bucket list tag. So the 2 people I chose to tag are Ingrid over at Mommy and Mia Homeschool Chronicles and the Homeschooling Grammy. Tag, you're it, guys. I look forward to learning all about your summer bucket list. Oh, and don't forget to check out the other videos that I've listed below who are participating in this tag with me. Thank you so much, Michelle, for doing this tag. It was really fun. I don't think I would have made a summer bucket list if it weren't for this tag, so thank you. I think we're going to have a great summer, even though we are low to no budget. If you would, put in the comments one of your top summer bucket list items that you're going to be doing that's not going to cost you anything. That might give you more ideas to add to my bucket list, and I'd appreciate it. So hey, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.
Ain't no other God like mine, you got to admit it. Yeah, I'm ballin' cause of sinning, yet his grace is sufficient. Beat the grave, said it's finished. Got them unsearchable riches and they deep. That's why I'm like, can you dig it?